Rita Winkler, president of the Murray Parents Association. Murray Center is located in Southern Illinois. In this series, you will meet just a few of the amazing Murray Center families. You will hear about their struggles and triumphs and hopefully gain an understanding of why Murray Center is so critical, not just for these families and their loved ones, but for the entire community.
Hello, I'm Jason Duecker.
I'm Jill Duecker.
We're Seth Duecker's parents. He's been at Murray Center for about 8 months now. It's been a blessing for us. He has severe autism, and he went through a huge growth spurt, and he's always had some aggression, but when he went through the growth spurt, the hormones got raging, and he got to where he could be uncontrollable at times.
It's like he was caged up in a world that didn't belong to him.
Right, and it could happen at any moment with no notice. You know, 1 minute everything would be fine, next minute he's attacking you. We tried to get him in SILA providers. The case coordination lady sent out over 100 packets to different providers all over the state. Most weren't even willing to try with his disabilities, his behaviors that he has, and his size and strength. They said they just weren't even able to even try. We did have a couple providers that had him for some visits because they thought they were gonna be able to do it, and after just a couple visits they were like, no, we are not equipped for this. And I have nothing against the SILA homes, but they're just not equipped. There's just not, they don't have enough people on staff at one point in time for someone
in such need
that's, you know, that big and strong and has the behaviors that he has. They're awesome for the people they can provide for, but they just can't provide for everybody. I mean, there's just certain things that they're not capable of. He got to Murray Center and he was doing really well there, and all of a sudden when it was time to test the waters, he had been there about a week and a half, and it actually took 8 staff members to keep him safe and to restrain him from, you know, doing what he was trying to do. And most SILA providers wouldn't even have that many people on staff. Even if they called people to help, it would be too late by the time they would basically have to call the police. And he tested the waters there a couple times and found out he was safe there, and he wasn't going to get sent right back home because he was being a butthead and trying to see what he could get away with, and realized that, hey, I'm here, this is my home now.
8 months ago, I didn't even know that we were going to be able to maintain as a family. I didn't think he was going to be able to go back to work. I was scared we were going to lose our home.
Yeah, I had to take off work. It got so bad. He was supposed to be placed at one of the SILAs, and after he was there a couple of days, they realized they weren't going to be able to handle it, and so they called it off. And at that point, we had already let our personal assistant go and move on. And
so then I tried to be his PA.
But even with the personal assistant being there, it was getting to the point where they actually had to call the cops at one point because they had got him into his room and locked the door, and he was breaking the door down. And that was like just before he went to the SILA. And so I knew when they just said he can't stay here, at that point I was like, well, I can't go back to work now. It's just too dangerous. He was attacking her while I was at work, and I'd come home and she was bruised up.
And it would just pursue into these outrageous, no matter how I'd try to veer him into a different direction or comfort him, he would lose himself in these rages, and you could tell it wasn't him anymore.
All around, he's a happy kid and smiles, and
Yep.
but he would just like that.
When we first got together, Jason would tell me all the time, I would do anything to hear my son say a word. I would do anything to hear him talk. And he's got it.
Yeah.
He talks to his dad, he talks to his brother, he talks to you, he socializes.
Oh yeah, he does. You gotta
Give up on
behave. You know, we've got, you know, you've got to be good. You can have fun and do stuff. And they had him playing with blocks and stuff the other day, and all the guys were working on the blocks together and then knocking them down and all having a good time. And they just, Murray Center's equipped for stuff like that. They have other residents with similar issues, and they know how to.
He gets to socialize with peers.
Yes,
and
that's
not
very
feel
important.
Outcasted. I think before
Yeah.
in our home, he would know, even though we're all different, we all have our whatevers, but he would always keep up in the room all the time. He wouldn't come down so much, and when he did, it was just short. And ever since he's been at Murray, we've brought him on visits, we take him out, we bring him home, we take him on. He's not had one episode since.
He's verbalizing
He was
a lot
not
more.
verbal at all. I've heard him say Dad, okay, and Rafe. Now he says, excuse me, and more, and please, and Blue's Clues, and he talks. And even if it's not clarified, he will sit and have conversations and brief. Now when he's home visiting, he comes down, he socializes, he interacts with the family, he's comfortable in his own skin because he sees that, hey, it's okay, you're out there and there's others with you. And I love it. You go there and you visit. You don't just visit with him, you get to visit with all of them.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he likes that because, you're enjoying his atmosphere as well.
They have dances once a month, and then everybody gets to go hang out in the gym and dance and socialize, and they go on outings all the time. When it's nice days, you see people all over the place riding in the golf cart and riding their bikes and just
Staff being
smiling and having
part of
fun.
Staff's not staff there. Staff is family with them.
Now I don't have to worry about, well, what happens if I get her in a wreck on the way home? We go in there and he's smiling and happy and hanging out with the guys in the common area. He's going back to school now. He hadn't been to school in like 5 years, and they were able to integrate him back into the school system. And once he turns 22, he'll get to go to the workshop. He wasn't going to be able to do any of that. He was basically just stuck at home. We would take him to the park and stuff like that, to get him out of the house, but he wasn't able to be with his peers, basically. And you can see it, him watching the other guys, hanging out with the other guys. We were afraid that first visit we took him out of Murray that it would be a rough time getting him back in, that we would have to have staff come out and help. No, he struts right back in there like, hey, I'm back, guys. I got some good food. I'm back, ready to chill, hang out with you guys. That to me was just a big, big relief.
We're absolutely grateful to have such
We're
a
very
wonderful
grateful.
facility close to home where we can visit.
Definitely.
And be a part
Because
of
if it wasn't for
loved one's
Murray, he'd probably be
in Chicago.
in Chicago somewhere 5-6 hours away, and
Instead, he's having what I refer to as a college life.
yeah,
We
Yeah,
call it
we
college.
call it college, and
Because,
Yeah.
siblings went to college, so. And Joe off of Blue's Clues went to college, or Steve.
Steve off Blue's Clues went to college. Yes, that's how we got him prepared for going. And was you're gonna go to college, and you're gonna stay in the dorm with the other guys, and you're gonna live that college life. And he's
Living
took
it
to
up.
it. He really is, and he chooses for the right people to get what he wants, and has a good time. So
Yes.
I can't say enough about how beneficial it's been for him,
For all
and
of us.
definitely for us. I mean, we can live our lives and know that if something does happen to us, that he's going to be well taken care of now.
That's the biggest relief.
That's
ever.
yeah. That I can't even explain how much of a relief that is.